Hi my loves, welcome to part one of this series that I'm creating. So in part one we are going to be covering my whole face routine, equaling out from prepping to priming to my full base of contouring and concealing. So if you want to see how I achieve my perfect, almost perfect base routine, keep on watching. And for the eye portion of the video, I am creating a part two, which will be uploaded later that week, of this week actually, and you're gonna see a giveaway that I'm coming up with, which I believe is probably over right now, but I am going to be doing a lot more giveaways with you guys, so please subscribe down below, turn on your notifications, and stay alert for all upcoming content that's coming up this year for the rest of the year. So yeah, I love you guys. Enjoy my face routine and then go to part two to get the eyes. I love you guys. Hi guys. Okay, so I'm back. Okay, again. We're gonna try to keep this on the tracks. Okay, we're gonna try to release a lot of content. Now, I am in school, so please, like, just work with me here, okay? But for the most part, we are going to be doing my full face using new products. Not full face, I'm doing only the base, and then you're gonna get another video of me reviewing the newest and latest Huda Beauty Obsession palettes. These are like animal inspired, and her new lippies that came out, so that's gonna be in the next video. Push the little bell notification so you can see that when it comes out, which should be later next week. And yeah, so this video is going to be more based around my skin, my base routine, foundations. We're going to be trying new products as well. We're not going to keep it old. I have a bunch of new products as far as Patrick Ta's Brow Lamination Gel. We have the Magic Serum Elixir from Charlotte Tilbury. I have a new little foundation that I always use. It's the Flawless Filter. We have a contouring stick that just came out from Hank and Henry. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. Maybe you have to put it back here. And then I have new Ciate London products. I have a new Dewy Mist that they came out with, as well as a Dewy Blush. Now this is like a cream glossy texture, so super excited to try that out. And then the rest are just my everyday products that I normally use, so let's jump into it. Okay, so once you have all your products out and ready to go, we are going to start prepping the skin. Now, prepping the skin is so much more important than just putting on foundation and such. You want to prep the skin, that way you have a barrier between your skin and the products you're putting on it. Also, you want your skin to be hydrated if you're going to try to achieve a dewy look, which is what we're going for today. If not, you can go ahead and mattify those areas with a mattifying primer. It's completely up to you. But for today, like I mentioned in the previous clip, we're using the the Peter Thomas Roth Acne Clear Oil-Free Matte Moisturizer. Now this is a matte product, however it does moisturize the skin and give me a little dewy look even though it's matte, and I love it a lot. I've been using this a lot frequently in the little pack. It's a $35 value pack that you can get from Sephora. 100% recommend if you're looking for a new acne treatment. It comes with 5 different steps, and I've been loving this because it is oil free and I am oily, especially because it's hot right now. So once you apply that, we want to go ahead and start priming. Before you prime, like with primer, you want to go in with a serum. Now today I'm going to be reviewing this mini little Charlotte Tilbury elixir. I'm trying to see over here and see if it's focused. It is tiny. I got the travel size or the mini version because, girl, it's expensive. So I'm gonna put like 4, we'll do 5 drops because I don't know how much that is yet. And you're gonna rub it in. I always pat it into my skin, okay? When you pat it, you're just kind of pushing it into the top layer of your skin, and you're not just letting it sit on top of the skin. So that's all I'm gonna do before we move to brows. I just press it into the skin, and you don't have to do this step, but I definitely recommend it if you do want healthy looking skin. Now if that isn't always enough serum, go back in and just add a little bit more, but I'm just pressing it in, kind of doing a little worm motion with your hands. And I always love letting my products sit on my face. As I mentioned in my previous video, that is a #1 thing for me. I let the product sit into the skin or set into the skin for at least 2 to 3 minutes, and then we move on to the next product. So I'm gonna let this sit on the skin for a little while, and then I'll come back and let you know. Okay, so next, this step is optional if you want to do it or not. A lot of girls don't like priming and they just go straight in because they they know themselves. But if you do like primer and you've been looking for good recommendations, I recommend the Rare Beauty one. I believe this is the Pore Diffusing Primer. These are super affordable at Sephora. I think she made it she accommodated for everybody when making this. I stand by this 100%. I don't think you'll see it from back here. You will better. I love this stuff. I apply maybe like a dime size. Okay, I'm running out, but go ahead and do like 2.5 pumps because that's what I got. And I did let these serums set. Now I'm just going to apply this in my T-zone. I don't like applying primer all over the face. I like applying it in my T-zone. Alright guys, so once you have the skin prepped and everything like that, I went ahead and also filled in my brows off camera. I used the Brow Kiki pencil from One Size, and now we're going to just go in with the Patrick Ta lamination gel. Now this is the packaging. It's just like his regular schmegular rose gold packaging, and this is the applicator. This is what I'm super excited for, only because a lot of people rave about this type of applicator. So I'm going to take my little Hello Kitty mirror and just brush this through the brows. And like I said, I did already apply some brow pencil shading, so I wanted it to stay super natural, that way you guys can still see my brows. I also gave myself a little brow cut because she needed one. She very much needed to be cleaned up because I've been letting them grow out. And oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me try to zoom you guys in real quick. I accidentally just kicked the camera. Love that for me. I'm gonna zoom you out in a little bit more. Okay. Can y'all see like the brow hairs? It's so different. So like I really love this applicator because it's super like pointy, not like uncomfortably pointy, but it's pointy enough to where it gets in between each brow hair. So I'm super obsessed with that already. I've seen people just brush their hair straight up and it gives them that laminated effect. I also feel like this is a different type of consistency in gel. Now they really wanted to specialize in something that isn't already out there, and I really feel like this is sticky, but not like uncomfortably sticky where it's like, ew, this is gonna be on my face all day. Like it's brow gel, but it feels like it's gonna be firm, like hairspray type gel. So really love that. My brow looks so freaking pretty. I waited so long on using this and now I'm so mad because I can just see the difference in between my brows. So let me go ahead and do the other one off camera, probably prep my brows, and then we can do foundation. So I went ahead and took you guys a little bit back because you were in my personal space to back up. I'm going to go ahead and do the face with you. As you guys know, I'm using the shade 3 Fair from the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I usually just use the other one that I have, but I feel like it's running out of product and I don't feel like wasting $44 for the big one. So I went ahead and just got a baby one. Obsessed with the packaging, as always, very sleek. Kind of reminds me of the Patrick Ta packaging. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply this onto the skin. We are already prepped, and I did mention I am not doing the eyes in this video. We're strictly just focusing on skin. So I'm just going to apply this everywhere. And I really just want a natural look today, so I don't think I'm going to go in with my Rare Beauty unless I have some beauty marks to cover. So once you have that, go ahead and blend it in with a brush. I'm going to use this. Let me actually find my brushes because I'm over here rushing. I didn't even get my brushes ready. I'm going to use the same one from my last video. It's the High Def F7 from AOA Studios. I'm just going to blend this into the skin. Alright, so once you have that base on, we're going to go ahead and contour. As I mentioned in the beginning as well, we are going to be using a new product. This is the Hank & Henry Cream Contour Stick, and this is what it looks like from far away, so you guys can see it a little bit better, because it is white, so it washes out pretty easily on the camera. I apologize for that. I'll work on lighting as soon as I can, and as soon as I learn a little bit more about this camera. And mine's in the shade Suela or Suela. I don't really know how to pronounce it, sorry. But the packaging is super stunning. I'm obsessed with it. It's like a frosted top with the Hank & Henry and the logo, and then on the bottom you have a white just acrylic base. So this is the shade. I'm gonna have to put it from far, that way you can see it. It's just a nice like shadow gray brown. Okay, so I'm applying it where I normally apply my other creams, and I will say this is giving me such a shadow. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in a little bit with me, that way you can see. Okay, you see that? It's giving me so much definition in the skin. I love this type of shade for contouring on any type of skin, only because it doesn't give you that orange look. It looks more of like it's natural shading of the skin, and you just have that natural defined look. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this all in the areas that I'm used to, which is my nose, forehead, temples, cheekbones. And I don't know how much to apply because I don't know how high coverage it is, so we are going to find out together. So let me go ahead and blend this out with you guys. Alright, so to blend out that contour, I'm going to go in with the 241 Real Techniques brush. I'm going to blend it upwards. That way we aren't taking away any of the definition of where I actually placed it, but we aren't taking it too far down, because once I've noticed a while back also, and these are a lot of blending techniques I'm sharing with you guys, if you bring down your contour, your face is gonna kind of look droopy and low, but if you blend it up towards your cheekbones, especially in your temple area, you're gonna get a lifted like cheekbone effect. Also, your eyes are gonna be like, you know, lifted as well, I guess. I don't really know how to explain that part, like the eye part, but I do know it opens up the face a little bit more and makes you look brighter whenever you apply an under eye brightener. So that's why I always suggest going upwards around your cheekbone area, or if you take it too far down, it also looks muddy and it doesn't look precise at all if you go for that type of look. Alright guys, so next we have the Dewy Blush by Ciate London. This is the glossy cheek tint, and mine is in the shade of Papaya. I'm super excited to finally review a new cheek product, especially on YouTube. I will put it far back because you guys know my camera always washes everything out, such as me too. So this is a pretty shade. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys a little bit more in. That way we can see how this performs on the cheeks together. Don't know how much to apply. So we're going to put 2 dots, okay? We're going to be safe. Safe, as I just applied. I don't know how much product. I'm going to go ahead and go in with this little dome brush right here. I hope this is good. It's the Japanesque 718. I believe I got this at TJ Maxx. So I'm just going to buff this in. We might have to add more, so we might be safe. Okay, good to know. Next time I'll just apply baby amounts. Okay, don't know if that was way too much this time. But it is a glossy tint, so I don't know exactly. Oh, it smells so good though. Okay, come through smell. Yeah, actually, I think it's kind of pretty in person. I think it's supposed to be like super light on the skin versus like super heavy. So the finish is super glossy, super nice. I don't know if you guys can see that. It might be a little too bright. I think my skin's kind of washing it out. So I don't know if you can see it or not. I hope you guys can. But it's so pretty. It gives you a very flushed look. I think it kind of looks like, oh, I was in the sun. Like I'm very playful though. I'm innocent. Like an innocent vibe. If you are super natural on the makeup, this would work perfectly for you. If you do like a little bit more color, this probably won't be up your alley, and you'll probably have to get like the Rare Beauty sticks. Those are pigmented as heck, but I do like this for an everyday look whenever I don't want too much blush versus my dramatic looks where I apply a lot. So this is actually a plus for me. Love it. I'm gonna go ahead and do concealer. I'm gonna do my other cheek though before I forget, so let me go do that real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So I have both cheeks applied with that blush, and now we're going to move on to concealer. Now the reason why I waited for concealer after blush today is because I want to see what it's going to do when it mixes in with concealer and powder, like setting powder. I want to see if it covers up the color completely, or when we apply blush on top of it after we powdered and set everything with a setting spray, if it's going to be there and still have that a luminous color or look. So yeah, for concealers I'm using the One Size Turn Up the Base concealer. It's the Butter Silk one that's brand new. It's in the shade Light 2G. And for color correcting or neutralizing the skin, even if it's underneath my contour, I'm taking my Flawless, what is this? It's the Flawless Fusion Concealer from Laura Mercier. And I just like applying this first because I like applying it underneath all of my concealed areas and right here because I do get some darkness. Now, and this isn't for like trying to brighten up anything. This is mainly just to cover up imperfections. So while I let that sit, I go underneath my eyes with my brightening concealer. If I need something a little bit more lighter, I take my Rare Beauty one. That's also good as well, and I apply it on top because it's lighter than this concealer. And I'm just going to apply this right underneath the eyes in the T-zone, right down the bridge of the nose, and use whatever is left for the chin because the chin does not need a lot of product. And then I'm going to go get my sponge because I forgot to do that. As always, I forget something, and blend this out with you guys. I'm just going to put it in fast mode because I do take forever because I like taking my time when blending out products. So be right back. So my camera keeps dying and I do have the cord plugged in, but I just need to get new batteries, to be honest. So while I was away, I went ahead and applied my blush with you guys like you were seeing. And then I did set my face, I think I told you. And then I went in with the Ciate London Dewy Stick Body since we were on the Ciate London, you know, train. So I'm pretty much done with the skin. I hope you guys like how it's coming together so far. I'm going to go do my eyes off camera. Now this is going to be a part 2 of the video. I'm going to be reviewing, like I mentioned in the beginning, those Huda Beauty animal palettes. So I'm going to go review those, and then I have to come back and then end it out with you guys, and then you're going to watch part 2 later that week, and that way you have like a sense of part 1 and part 2 getting ready. And if you like that type of system, let me know. That way we can do a face base together, and then we can do the eyes together in part 1 and part 2. But yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go do my makeup and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I am finally back for the face base routine. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm obsessed with my skin. Now I will update you on some of the products. Now for one, the face base stick that was a gloss is now kind of lifting up my face product, so it doesn't look as good as it did when I first put it on. So if you're going to use that face gloss, I would wait till you're completely done with the look and then about to take photos, because it will move around the product as I'm talking and moving around. So make sure to apply that lastly. Everything else applied beautifully. The blush is still there, it looks beautiful. I just wouldn't mix it with a gloss unless I'm going to keep it on as a wet base. So I wouldn't powder down, I would just keep it as a wet base and then apply that gloss on top. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and like I mentioned in the introduction and throughout the video, go to part 2 to see my eye look, and I will see you there. I love you guys, and mwah! Bye!